All right, everybody. How's everyone doing? Just ironing some things out. Okay, I think we had enough of jazz for one evening. All right, let me show you the world. Hello, it's the host. Fashionably late to my own party. Like, who's late to their own party? This guy. I am so sorry. Very sorry that I just completely just messed up. I said 6, then I changed it to 8, and then I ended up screwing everything up. So I apologize for that. Who is here with me? Let me know in the chat. Say hi. Don't be shy. Today is a celebration. Tonight is a celebration, I have to say. This is going to be in 2 parts because it's late, and I know not everyone's going to be up, so I'm going to have a part 1 and a part 2. So this is more so the pre-party to the real party. I think we're just going to chat. Talk about some stuff. So I should probably have something a little bit more slow and low pace. I'm just looking for some music to play in the background. Okay. I think I found some music. Let me listen to this. Perfect. Perfect. All right. How does the music sound? Hello, Dave. How are you doing? I am going to take this guy down. And let's make this guy bigger. Let me know how the music sounds. Can you hear it? Does it sound nice? If I can put this up so it's just not in the way. Okay. Oh, man. So yeah, I had a power outage. It's okay? Alright, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. If it's too distracting, let me know and I'll turn it down. Because if it's too distracting, then it's kind of not doing its point. Trying to have lounge music. Because we're in the silent lounge. And I finally have a microphone that I don't have to like go down low. It's perfectly aimed. So that was like one of the most troublesome things is trying to find a mic that is perfectly elevated. I could have bought like a mic arm, but then it would have just came over the camera. So I just got this desk mount, and I like it. It works a lot better. It's very late. For me, anyway. and I didn't really tell anybody about this. So this could be on me. Just gotta wait for more people to join. If more people can join, that would be great. If not, it'll be just you and me, Dave. You and me. Can Silent Hill 2 come Can Silent Hill 2 come to the PS5 in the future? Are you talking about the original Silent Hill 2? Because the remake's already out on PS5. So I'm assuming you're talking about the original. Right? Classic one, yeah. So that's complicated because when the HD collection came out, they lost a lot of source code for the game, and that's why the remaster was so butchered. Nowadays, I wouldn't imagine that it would be hard to try to copy the game onto a disc for PS5 to play, because if people can do it for free with the PC enhanced version and the emulated version, why can't Konami release a PS5 version? Here's what I think. I don't know if they're actually going to do it, because I don't know how well it would do sales-wise. I mean, the Silent Hill 2 remake got over 2 million in sales in its first couple of months. I don't know how many copies would be sold of the original Silent Hill 2. Because, Konami, they're very good at making dumb decisions, unprofessional decisions. And, I mean, it's crazy because they're literally sitting on money. Like, people would be willing to pay for the original Silent Hill 2. And that's true because eBay has them listed for $150 to $200. So I would hope so, that it would come in the future in a remastered collection, like a Silent Hill remastered collection, 1 through 4. Dude, I'm buying that day one. It would be the best remaster. Well, it depends on who's remastering it. But I would definitely buy it if it was a thing. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It's super late. Super late. Probably should have thought about this a little bit more. This is water, by the way. This is not. It's not coffee or anything. Yeah, it's weird drinking water out of a coffee mug. Well, that's what I'm doing. I am drinking water out of a coffee mug. Hello, guests. Welcome to the Silent Lounge celebration stream. Yeah, I apologize in advance for not being more clear about about when stream was gonna start. I wanted to start early, but then something came up. My brother, my half brother, uh, he he came he well he went to visit my dad, and I haven't seen my brother in a long time, so I wanted to visit him. So I did that, and then I wanted to get home on time. I did that. Then I had the power outage, and I was literally just sitting in the dark. Well, sitting in the dark with no heat. That's why I'm wearing this beanie. But we're here now, and this is kind of the late night party at the Silent Lounge. And that's why I'm playing some lounge music. Is it too distracting? If it's too distracting, let me know and I'll just turn that shit off. If tonight doesn't go that well, I'm going to continue this tomorrow morning. And then we'll just continue with the regular programming. What do I like more, the classic Silent Hill 2 or the remake? That's a tough question because for me, the remake and the original are kind of neck to neck. The original is so iconic. It's so great with the foundation it laid down for survival horror and psychological horror. And Silent Hill 2 remake does a good job at not trying to replace the original, and it stands on its own. The combat's really good. The graphics really good. The acting is really good. The story is largely the same. So you have this version of Silent Hill 2 that can pretty much serve as a complementary piece to the original. You have two different versions. You have the original and then you have the remake. Both are I think both are just as equally good. Silent Hill 2 remake is good for newcomers or for people who are used to modern survival horror, and the classic is awesome for the old school veterans of survival horror. It still holds up in terms of story. Combat in the original wasn't that great. It still got the job done. The creature designs were still good in the original. But what I liked about the remake was the variants that came out and attacked you. So it's hard for me to say which one's better than the other. So I would rephrase the question as preference. What do I prefer? And even that's a hard question, because asking what you prefer is similar to asking what's your favorite. But you know what? I think I like the original more. I think the remake feels bloated in some areas. I think the area where the remake was more bloated was in the labyrinth. To me, the labyrinth seemed way too longer than it needed to be. I don't think it needed to be that long. Everything else about the game was great, though. But when they were going into the labyrinth, or even the prison, it just felt stretched out way too long. So I'd like to ask you, Dave, what do you like more? Do you like the original or the remake? I'm just trying to reconfigure my chat. It pop out. For those of you who have joined, this is just a celebration stream. We're celebrating reaching a milestone, 1,000 subscribers, which is a very huge milestone for me, especially since I revived this channel to be Silent Hill oriented. Started making content for a couple of months on Silent Hill 2 Remake, and it gained a large following, or a moderate following, I should say. And I know that this video is so late. This should have been up earlier in the day. The stream should have been up early in the day, so that way we can play Resident Evil 2 Remake. But it feels like it's a little too late. So I'm going to play Resident Evil 2 Remake tomorrow on Sunday. Tomorrow morning. But for now, I just kind of want to be with you guys. Be with you guys at the Silent Lounge. And talk about what I love about Silent Hill and how I got into this amazing franchise. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Of course, I spelled session wrong. Like a moron, I spelt it wrong. I fudged up the whatever. Anybody who has a question, feel free to ask. I will answer, depending on if it's appropriate. So I guess I could start off with, why did I name this channel The Silent Lounge? I think that's a question a lot of people have. Why The Silent Lounge? Why did you call it The Silent Lounge? And the reason I called it The Silent Lounge is because there's this YouTuber that I like to watch from time to time. His name is Mr. Telexify in the Call of Duty Zombies scene. Great content creator. Most of you guys might know him for the scandal that happened between him and his ex-girlfriend. Crazy story. I'm not going to get into it in this video or in this stream. But essentially, he had a second channel where he would upload Twitch clips onto the channel. And his channel was called, what was it called? Lex's Lounge. And I thought it was really cool having a lounge. Because when you have a lounge, it's just full of people. And they're probably there for the same reason, to share passions, things that they love, to converse. And I called myself the host because I kind of see this as not kind of like a fancy hotel that has like a really good lounge. So I kind of see myself as like the concierge of survival horror content. And basically, I like to facilitate a community of people who like to talk about theories, who like to talk about Silent Hill, and overall just have good vibes. And that's been a very tricky thing, especially during the Silent Hill 2 Remake promotion. A lot of people were very mixed about it, and I was one of few that showed genuine enthusiasm for the game. And that led to people criticizing my content. But there were some good criticisms that helped me become a better content creator. So, all in all, I think it was a win-win. I was able to create this channel, to create videos that open discussions, and it's cool. I like that I'm able to do that. It's something I always wanted. Unfortunately, my main channel, most of you guys don't know, I have a channel where I talk about Hot Wheel cars. I know that's very weird hearing that from somebody who is playing horror games, but I like to talk about one of my hobbies, and that is collecting Hot Wheels. I The channel name is Prelude Boy 99. And if you go to that channel, you'll see that I have over 2,200 and something subs. It took me quite a while to earn that. Originally, it was a car channel where I would post repairs that I did on my Honda Prelude. And then it just shifted to car culture to try to do car events, and that was very difficult because I don't live in a very exciting state in the US. So it was kind of boring where I live. And what ended up happening was I made a video about Hot Wheels, and it did so well. It did very well. So then I just continued to make videos about Hot Wheels, and people started to flock and gather, and I honestly like talking about it. So that channel started to grow and blossom, and I'm starting to have a community over here. But the problem is that I used to post my Silent Hill videos on my main channel, and I feel like they didn't do so well because I was dividing my audience. There was one audience that subscribed for Hot Wheels, and there was the other audience that subscribed for Silent Hill stuff. So I was kind of at an impasse, and I realized that I'm just going to be dividing my viewers. So the best thing that I should do is to make a second channel. And I tried to make a second gaming channel, or a second channel for gaming, and it did very poorly. And I shut it down for a while. And it didn't do so well. So then I decided to revive it. I changed the channel name to The Silent Lounge. My profile pic is Deranged Eddie. I think I might change that to someone who looks like a concierge at a hotel. Perhaps, maybe. Or I'll just keep it just because it's iconic now, apparently. So, yeah, I renamed the channel, and promotion for Silent Hill 2 just dropped. And the first thing I said was, we need to make a reaction on this now. And that's what I did. And the video did pretty well on its own. This is when like the teaser trailer, or it's like the story trailer, came out, and it was a pretty good trailer, I will say that. So yeah, that happened, and that started getting viewership. Then I made another video, and that did decent. And then the biggest video that I did up to that point, that was like big, it was pretty much me saying that I was going to buy Silent Hill 2 Remake and why I was going to buy it. And then I left in quotations, and you should too. But yet I didn't talk about any reasons why you should, so I decided to delete that last portion because that was just kind of false advertising on my part. So I made that video, it exploded. I got a lot of people who agreed with me, a lot of people who disagreed with me, and some that were mixed. And that's understandable, because at the time, Silent Hill 2 Remake was being handled by one of the most notorious devs in the horror gaming genre. Bloober Team has been notorious for making really bad horror games, or somewhat offensive horror games. As Vengeful Retreat has gently put it, Bloober Team, they haven't done good stuff. And although I enjoyed Layers of Fear, I still wanted to give them a chance. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, because what I did see did seem to have some promise to it, although the combat trailer really sunk my self-esteem by a lot. Like, I was like really disappointed, and I just did not know how I was gonna like not make content, but I was just so bummed out, because that was like one of my most anticipated things, was the Silent Hill 2 remake, and for it to be handled poorly, in my mind, I thought it was gonna be handled poorly, but I was so happy to be wrong. I was happy that the game was a huge success. It was really good, and it's one of the things that actually helped grow my channel at this point. So I'm very appreciative of that. Very appreciative. Um so yeah, I right now I just have a picture of the Silent Hill 2 lounge and the Lakeview Hotel. And that has been my outro photo. And I'm trying to think of a way for me to transform that into a real piece of art. Maybe I might hire an artist to make a cool sketch of that, of just Silent Hill characters talking in a lounge. That would be really cool. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I I just have these ideas of stuff that I want to do with the channel. One being, I tried making like a Killing Floor 3 video, and I'm trying to pretty much branch myself out into other sections of horror. And we'll see how far that gets me, but it seems like Silent Hill 2 is still a very, very popular topic in the YouTube space. At least for me, in my perspective. I mean, can we talk about the recent video that I made, the Silent Hill 2 theory video? Because that was a very pleasant surprise that I did not see coming at all. I didn't. I'm gonna change the music. My bad. There we go. Okay. So, let me explain the theory video that I made. So there was a cut of that video that I showed to the man, the myth, the legend, Jayhawk, because I wanted his opinion on it, and he gave me some pointers on things that I should change, but it wasn't the version that you guys are looking at right now. It was largely unfinished. It was a prototype, and normally when I'm like not sure about something, I would ask my buddies to check it out. I just got a question by Dave. Is Silent Hill a demonic game or just a monster game? So, Silent Hill is a psychological horror game. I wouldn't say it's demonic. I mean, I guess that all depends on perspective, because Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill, was about a cult that worshipped a god. And then Silent Hill 2 was about a man that has so much guilt and trauma. Or not just trauma, but essentially it's about accepting. And well, there's so many themes in Silent Hill 2. However, I guess it's up for interpretation of what Silent Hill 2 is about, because I feel like a lot of people have their own definition of what Silent Hill 2 is about. So I wouldn't say it's really demonic, but it was a great story-driven game where a character battles his own internal demons, figuratively. Oh my god, I can't speak. Metaphorically, and literally. So it's a really great game. But a demonic, I don't know if you would call it demonic. I would say it's not a monster game. Resident Evil is a monster game. So yeah, I guess you could say it is well, it's not demonic. I would say it's psychological for Silent Hill. What is a red halo? The sun. The red halo. The sun. Is that a Silent Hill reference? Because I'm not getting it. It's going right over my head. I'm not entirely sure. Need some more water. Okay. I think what we're gonna do here because I've been on for half an hour, and it seems like is is in Silent Hill 3 the red symbol. Yes, that is the red symbol in Silent Hill 3. That is the save screen. Yes. I haven't really studied Silent Hill 3 that much. I did play through the full game, but in terms of lore, I need to do a little bit more research on that. So I'm admitting a weak area that I have. That is a weak area that I have. Is Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 1, which, funny enough, it seems like Silent Hill 2 gets so much more love than the other Silent Hill games. It seems like no one really talks about Silent Hill 3 that much. It's either Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill 2. And Silent Hill 3 is a really good game. I enjoyed that game a lot. I would say that's like my number 2 game. Silent Hill 2 being number 1. But essentially, where was I going with? Where was I going? Because I was talking and then I got distracted by a comment. But I was getting about. Oh yeah, I was talking about my theory video. So I showed it to a buddy or an acquaintance. I don't know what he would refer himself as. I showed it to him because I wanted his input, and he gave me some pointers. And I remember telling him, like, I don't think this video is gonna do well. It's way past its time, like way past. Like no one talks about Silent Hill 2 anymore. The video is not gonna do well. I put too much time into this video, and I was kind of just beating myself up over it because I just feel like I wasted so much time in trying to create this quality content, and at the end of the day, it feels like it's just not really gonna matter. And that was the fear that I had about that video. And Jayhawk said, well, you can just use that as a learning lesson if it fails, and just move on and make content, which was true. So I had that mindset, and then I decided to post it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna make a skit. It's probably not going to make any sense, but I'm going to make this skit. I'm going to make this video all out. I decided to go all out on this video. I took the time to retool some things. I redesigned the thumbnail like 5 different times because I wasn't sure that it was engaging enough or appealing enough. So I had to change the thumbnail like 5 different times. I had 5 different designs on the thumbnail. And I just didn't like either version, but then the last version, which is the version that's currently on the video right now, that was my final version. It was very simplistic, and I'm very glad that it worked out in my favor. So yeah, I went all out in that theory video. I decided to add some things, take away some things, but the skit was the biggest thing that I decided to add because I wanted to grab someone's attention and try to give them a reason to stick around to watch the video, rather than just starting with a hello everybody, it's the host and I'm going to talk about theories. I wanted to take a step further and make something a bit comedic while also having some of this relatability, because a lot of people related to that intro skit for some reason. So that's what I did. I made that skit. And now looking back at it, I feel like I could have made it a little bit better with different camera angles and maybe better lighting and maybe better dialogue, because I was just riffing. I was just riffing. Like I didn't have a script. I just ad-libbed everything, and it worked out in my favor. So Dave left me a message. I'm going to read it right now. Do I want to play together on the PS5? I don't go on my PS5 that much, man. I'm PC now. I converted to the church of PC. I don't even play. I don't pay for PlayStation Plus subscription because I think it's a ripoff. $80 for a year. I'm good. I have a PC where I can pretty much game for free. I don't have to pay for online, which is really great. Okay. So I think I am starting to fall asleep, and I've been on air for 40 minutes, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to end the stream. Well, I'm not going to end the broadcast. I'm going to just stop streaming, and then we're going to pick off tomorrow. So this video is still going to be up. I hope. And, yeah. I'm starting to fall asleep, guys. It's starting to get late. So, tomorrow morning, I'm going to stream. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stop streaming. I'm going to go to catch some Z's. And, okay, well now it seems like a lot of people's coming to the stream when I was about to head to bed. Alright, to the new people that came in, identify yourselves, please. Or don't. Non-bread, thank you for the thank you for the congratulations. So I was just talking about my thought process going into that theory video that I created earlier. So I was about to just not end the stream. I'm going to continue tomorrow, but I was going to stop streaming, but keep the broadcast. So the video is still going to be there. However, I'm not going to keep streaming because I'm starting to lose consciousness a little bit. I'm starting to be a little loopy. Unless there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to show up now. Because I feel bad because I said I was going to be streaming at 6 today. That didn't happen. And then I pushed it back to 8 and I was still late. And then at 10 o'clock I decided to stream. And now it seems like there's only a few people at the lounge right now. I am 24, good sir. I'm 24 years old. I'm going to turn 25 this year. Thanks for asking. I love that you told me your age, and then you asked for mine, which is good that you trusted me. I probably look a lot older than 24, huh? It's 10 p.m. here too. It's gonna be 11. So, non-bread, we are also having a Q&A stream for reaching 1,000 subscribers. So I said that if anybody has any questions to ask, questions like, you know, why did you come up with the channel name, or why did you call yourself the host, which I did answer earlier, but I can repeat my answer briefly. But any questions that you have about the channel or about me as a person, feel free to ask. If it's gonna be like Silent Hill lore, I'm not really super educated with Silent Hill lore, even though I did the theory video. I'm not good with Silent Hill lore, but Silent Hill 2 lore I'm a little bit good at. That's right. That's strange, right? That I just admitted that I wasn't the greatest at understanding the lore of Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2. Yet I made a theory video. My understanding of Silent Hill 2 is getting stronger and stronger every day. Eddie, you know what's funny? I just chose Eddie randomly. I didn't really have a purpose for Eddie being the channel icon. I just thought that it was a cool face to have. So then I used it, and it just stuck. I wanted to use a drawing of me wearing like this smoking jacket, right? To make myself look like I'm part of this prestige club, because this is the Silent Lounge. But then I decided to use Eddie. He was all I could find at short notice. I didn't want James Sunderland or anybody else, so I used I used Eddie. Josh, hi Josh. How are you doing, Josh? So, do you have any thoughts on the future Silent Hill games? So, here's how I feel about the future of Silent Hill. And I made a video about this, about the future. Well, I pretty much just laid out the possibility of future Silent Hill games, but the future of Silent Hill, we're still, I would say we're not in the clear yet. Although Silent Hill 2 Remake was really good, there's still a possibility that there's a lot of other games that could suck. I have real strong hope for Townfall, since it's going to be handled by Annapurna, who has made really good games from what I'm hearing. So I'm excited for Silent Hill Townfall. I want to see what that game is going to be about. But I'm a little nervous about Silent Hill F. We don't know anything about Silent Hill F nor Townfall. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the future. We're not out of it yet. There's still a good chance that the next games could suck really, really badly. However, I have a little bit more hope in Townfall. As for other remakes, Konami should just let Bloober Team remake 1 and 3 and 4, because they did such a good job with Silent Hill 2 Remake. Why not just give it to them? They seem like they're down for it. I think I got more questions. I love that scene so much, though. From a psychological perspective, good choice in seeing the breakdown on Eddie. Yes. So you're from New York City? I'm not from New York, Dave. I'm actually from the Midwest. I am from Wisconsin. I'm currently in Wisconsin. Do you think Nambred is a bot, not a real user? I think they're real. He's commented I don't even know if it's a he or she. I don't want to ask. You don't have to answer that. But they are real. They've commented on previous videos. I don't understand, like, if it is a bot, who sent it? I don't use bots. I don't even know how to use bots. If I knew how to use bots, I probably would have used it to buy like really hard to get items. But I'm not that suave with technology. So, yeah, no, Eddie was just it was just random. I didn't really have a specific choice to choose him other than like the face that he made was just deranged, and I feel like I'm a little deranged at times. Wickus Fortress. Hey man, how's it going? I'm hoping for gameplay reveal for F soon. I have high expectations for that one so far. Me too. Silent Hill F seems to have a lot of promise, especially since it's going to be a Japanese themed horror game. It's going to take place in rural Japan. So there's just so much that they can do with the setting, because the issue that I see with Silent Hill is that it's it's in one place. So it's hard for you to really do something different, especially if it takes place in the same town, the same area. I want to give credit to Silent Hill 1 through 4 cuz they were able to essentially try to make the game different while also taking place at in the same place. For example, Silent Hill 1 took place in old Silent Hill and new Silent Hill, and Silent Hill 2, I believe Silent Hill 2 was old Silent Hill, I believe. I don't know what Silent Hill was Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 3 took place out of Silent Hill for a good portion of the game, and then later Heather went back to Silent Hill, which was really cool. And then Silent Hill 4, it was kind of like the outskirts of Silent Hill. And he was just stuck in an apartment complex by the powers of Silent Hill. So I really really love that they were trying to find ways to incorporate the town being so powerful that you didn't really need to be exactly in the town. However, now that it's going to be a phenomenon, the Silent Hill phenomenon, I wonder how they're going to make that work. Because it's one thing to just say that it's a phenomenon, but to try to explain it and to make it mysterious, that is a very interesting concept. So Silent Hill F, I do have expectations that I hope are met. We'll have to see because I believe GeoBards is working on that, and GeoBards has made like the spin-off Resident Evil games like Reverse and Resistance, Resident Evil Resistance, which were not very good spin-off game modes. Will you be making playthroughs of Silent Hill F? Of course, I would love to do playthroughs of Silent Hill F. I would like to stream it. I want to try to be better at streaming, so that way I can also stream on the side. Because making videos, like individual videos, is really hard. It's so hard because then you have to rewatch like hours of footage and try to edit it to make it like this comedic tone, or to make it so that it includes the critical parts. Because whenever you're trying to like do an episodic series on gameplay, campaign story gameplay, it's hard for you to decide what to cut and what to keep, because I like to see the whole thing throughout, because it's like a movie, right? Especially when you're playing and you're really into the action, you don't want to just cut that out because you want to see the journey. And it's really difficult because not everyone has the same attention span, or has an attention span that can handle footage from more than 30 seconds. Because let's be honest, we live in a world where TikTok is a thing and people's attention span has been reduced to 5 seconds. So I would love to make a playthrough of Silent Hill F. However, I think it'll be more streaming oriented, just because I like to interact with my audience, and I think it's just more chill. However, then there are technical difficulties, so I'm still thinking about that a little bit. Video editing is something. It's hard. I've made a couple of projects for school, and my goodness, I like editing. Editing is fun. Like, time flies when I'm editing. Josh, I am keeping an eye on Chronos New Dawn. I am hoping that game is good, because although Silent Hill 2 Remake was good, they need to try to stand on their own without a well-known IP. I want to see them make a game that doesn't require IP, like a known IP. I want them to make something brand new. And it does look like Dead Space mixed with Callisto, but I hope that they're able to do something unique, because they made really good combat for Silent Hill 2 Remake, which is something that a Silent Hill game has not had, which is really good combat. And they were able to make the creatures horrifying. Like the mannequin, like when you walk in a room in Silent Hill 2 Remake and it just looks completely quiet, and you're just trying to go along your business, and then you get jumped from behind by a pair of legs, and like the way it moves, it kind of like chirps like a bug. So like the way it moves, it's like a spider that has the speed of a centipede, and you're like, I need to kill this thing right away. So I really like that they took that bold choice to make the mannequins uh move like a spider, and even the variants crawling up the walls and stuff. They could have easily just made it like the OG Silent Hill 2, where they walked up to you and they just swung you with their legs and that's it. No, with here it's like a freaking ninja. It's like doing flips and dodging, and even just hiding. Like I remember when I was playing, it camouflaged itself with the alternate world wall. Like I didn't even know it was there until it sprung out, and it just completely caught me off guard. But I hope that Chronos New Dawn is a new beginning for Bloober Team, because I know they've been getting a lot of slack, a lot of slack. I know they've been getting a lot of flack for their earlier games, and I hope that Silent Hill 2 remake is a new beginning for them. I want nothing but the best for them, so we'll have to wait and see. Do 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 do. It's 11 o'clock, my dudes. So, for the 5 of you who are here with me, we are going to make a wish. I brought a cake. So we are going to make a toast to 1,000 subs. So I got a 1 for 1,000 subscribers. We gotta light it, and then we're gonna blow it out. Yes, toast time. Although it's not, I tried looking for a wine glass. Apparently, I don't have any of those. So we are gonna just blow out this candle for 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So I'm just gonna move this aside. Gonna move this guy aside. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully we make it to 10,000 subscribers and go on from here. It's been an awesome journey, and I am so happy. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this real quick, so that way you guys can hear. And I'm gonna mute so that way I can talk. So, we have hit 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been leaving comments and interacting with the community. I want to thank. There's so many people that I want to thank, but the big people that I want to, like, the people I want to thank the most is Vengeful Retreat and Jayhawk. I know I've talked to them. I talked about them numerous times on this channel, but I need you guys to understand that without them, I wouldn't have taken initiative to continue to improve on my content and to do more. They really helped me, and even with ideas that I had that I wasn't so sure about, they pushed me to do things that I didn't think that I was capable of. And just the way they think, I've spent hours talking to them. So this is for them, and oh my god, my candle's melting. So to 1,000. Yay! I hope you guys blew it too. Unfortunately, I wish you guys had okay, that is strong. I wish you guys can have a slice of this cake. Um I'm gonna eat my cake in front of you guys like the fat ass that I am. Because I got this cake from Pick and Save. Mm. Oh my god, this cake is good. Mm. So this cake is chocolate with cookie dough. Really fattening, but it's really delicious. Okay. All right. So, uh, I am going to put back on the lounge music. So yeah, I want to thank Jayhawk and Vengeful Retreat for giving me criticism to help me improve. And I'm very thankful for the viewers that I have and for the people that believe in me. Believe it or not, uh, I didn't really have the support to make videos. I kind of just did it on my own, and it started as a hobby, and later it grew into a passion. And hopefully one day, I'm hoping that it can become a career. That is my dream job, is to make content and to make videos that inspire other people, just like they inspired me. And it's a blessing. I know last year, 2024, was regarded as a really bad year for me. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have pushed myself to make this channel and to make some really good content. So I'm really happy that you guys enjoyed that. It really means the world to me that you guys take time out of your day to watch something that I made. It really makes my day. Whenever I get a comment or a like or even a negative comment makes me laugh, because sometimes it's like, it's just stupid. It's kind of stupid. Like, I got a negative comment, and it said, and this was on the recent video, my theory video. The comment said, "Thank you for wasting 5 minutes of my life." And it was like, and to be fair, the intro skit was a bit long. I probably should have found a way to trim it up a bit. But no, I liked what I did. I think it was great. So I'm gonna try to make more complicated videos, or more in-depth quality videos like the theory video. I'm working on a homecoming review, and I'm still writing the script for it. So it's in development. There is gonna be a homecoming review. It's coming, guys. Thanks, Nan Brad. I said Nan Brad. It's Nan Bread. Sorry. Yeah, apparently a lot of people love the intro, and I was like very shocked that people liked the intro, because I was so sure that people were gonna like be like, "What the hell is this? It's just weird." But apparently it wasn't. A lot of people said that it was a really good skit that was relatable. And I was like, really? I didn't even like script it. I just went into it, and I ad-libbed, and it was how I was feeling, cuz I was feeling like, man, I feel like all these other YouTubers that do theory videos have already talked about this stuff. I wasn't adding anything new to the table, and I was very insecure about how the video was going to do, if it was going to do well, if it was going to do poor, because I was spending so much time making it, and I loved making it. I know numbers shouldn't matter. I shouldn't really care if it performs well or not. I should just do it, because if I let stuff like that stop me from making content, then when am I? Like, where's the passion in it? So I'm glad that everyone liked it, or most people liked it, I should say. And I definitely want to do more stuff like that in the future, skits especially. kind of does break the fourth wall because it was more self-aware. So man, everyone is like, man, if this was a piece of art, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I was just recording myself being upset at the world that we currently live in, because I saw a video of this girl, I believe this woman who's like, I think she's an OnlyFans model, who destroys supercars. Like she had like this very expensive Porsche that she just starts stepping on the windshield and breaking it, and I'm like, this is just car abuse. She's abusing cars for attention, and she's getting that. And meanwhile, I'm working my ass off trying to make, a good video, and she's just destroying things. So I was like, man. Same thing with like the Haktua girl, how she literally made millions for saying how to spit on the guy's thing. And I still work a 9 to 5. I go to school, I went to college, and I work a 9 to 5. This girl gets on a camera, says really inappropriate stuff, and gets famous. She gets podcasts, celebrity guests. Meanwhile, I can barely afford a McDonald's Happy Meal. I'm just kidding. But still, like, it's stuff like that. Comparison is the thief of joy. That is true. I shouldn't compare myself to other people. I should just do my own thing. And I am going to do my own thing. I learned a lot from posting that theory video. I learned to never underestimate myself and to not worry about whether it'll do well or not. To just go for it. Just give it everything you got. That is true. Dave, you see how Nanbread is giving me advice? Like, what kind of bot would do that? He's giving me advice. Like, really helpful advice. I'm gonna have another slice of cake. Mmm. Okay, I'm not gonna eat any more cake because it's late. I'll eat some tomorrow. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. For tomorrow's stream. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna start another stream tomorrow. That's when I'm gonna be playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. So it's part 2 of the celebration. And the reason... Oh my god, this thing is hard to put in. And the reason why I'm doing it is because it's late. And I don't know if that's something that I can do this late at night, playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. I kind of want to be awake. So, Nanbread, I'm going to try to be consistent and actually stick to a time date. So, here's what's going to happen. Okay? I am going to stop streaming, but I'm not going to end the broadcast. So what that's going to do is that it's pretty much going to freeze the stream. I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, brush my teeth, then I'm going to get on and play some Resident Evil 2 Remake for roughly 2-3 hours as a stream. And then that's it. That's going to be the end of the celebration stream. Just because I just feel like it's kind of late. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to play tonight. And besides, I want everybody to be able to enjoy it. So I think playing tomorrow is going to be a really good chance for everyone to get involved. So I'm thinking tomorrow at 9 in the morning. How's that sound? That's what I'm gonna try to do. And it's funny because now there's more people that are coming in, and I'm like trying to end the stream. I was about to go to bed and more people are showing up. Why are more people showing up? Why didn't you show up? Why didn't you show up an hour ago? When I started this, it was just me and Dave. So, yeah. I'm very happy that theory video did well. I think I'm gonna do a follow up to that theory video. I'm gonna open up with another skit that's gonna be shorter this time. But I'm gonna open up with another skit, and then it's pretty much gonna be me reading the comments of the theory video. So I'm gonna pick theories in the comment section that intrigue me the most, and then I'm gonna expand on it. Okay. Wiki's Fortress. I'm about to blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready to get your mind blown, Wiki's Fortress? Because Kazi Games TV actually watches my channel. He watches my channel. I watch his channel, but he watches my channel, and that's huge to me because he has like 60,000 subscribers. And I was like not expecting a channel of his size to watch a video that I made, which was like, wow, can't believe he's watching my stuff. And he's commenting on the video too, which is like, wow, that's awesome. So, I do watch him. I watch Nico. I don't know if it's Nico 42, but he pretty much has like his profile pic is like him and his dog that looks like it's not a corgi. I know it's not a corgi. I keep forgetting what kind of dog that is, but it's the same dog from the UFO ending, from the dog ending in Silent Hill 2. I watch him. I commented on his channel using my other account, but I do watch him, and like his videos is what made me a little self-conscious and insecure about my theory video, because his theory video was like super in depth. I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to like steal any of his content. I was afraid of like inadvertently stealing his content. So I wanted to come up with something new and out of the box. And that's why I try to refrain from watching other survival horror YouTubers who do commentaries or reviews or retrospectives, because I didn't want to let that affect my style. So it wasn't so much so I didn't like them. It's just I just want to try to be creative in my own way without being largely influenced by something, if that makes sense. I mean, I do get influenced a lot by other content creators that I watch, but I just felt like I needed to try to think outside the box and try to bring something unique, and that's kind of where the skit kind of came from. So yeah, I watched Nico 42, Vengeful Retreat. I watch his streams. He's pretty entertaining, I will say that. And now he's going to be full-time, so I'm still waiting for his Silent Hill 2 review video, which I know is going to attract a lot of attention because his takes, whew, you're going to see what I mean. Like, he's usually on point with a lot of stuff. Whew. So, yeah. You know, becoming disciplined in uploading, that's very tough. It's tough because I want to do a good job and I don't want to rush into things because when I rush into things, I get sloppy. There's a lot of people that make good, good content, and it takes them a while to make. I don't have a team of people that I can work with. I make my own thumbnails by myself. I do try to use some sort of inspiration from other things that I've seen from other YouTubers that I like. The James. I was gonna try to use the Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme when Charlie is doing that conspiracy theory board. I wanted to do that for the theory video, but someone already did that for their video with James. So I was like, I can't use that. I gotta think something else. So, now with this next video that I'm gonna make, which is gonna be reacting to the comments of the theory video, I have some ideas in my head. I'm gonna try to use that. Okay. You left a super long comment. I think I already read that. I think I liked it, and then it was so long that I couldn't. I was at work when I was reading it, and I didn't want to be on my phone at work, so I read it, and then I read some of it, and then I turned off my phone, and then I forgot about it. So I definitely will read your comment, non-bread. I will definitely read it. So my next goal is gonna be 10,000 subs. So it took me less than 6 months to get 1,000. So don't apologize, Nanbread. I don't mind long comments. You're good. So I want to try reaching 10,000. I'm trying to think of ways that I can get there, and of course, it's expanding. So there's also TikTok. I can try my hand at making shorts or edits on Silent Hill, all the Silent Hill games, which is gonna be a lot of work, but I think I could do it. I could open up an Instagram account and start posting behind the scenes photos, but it's very hard to make an impression on Instagram because you're competing against a whole bunch of other people that are very good photographers. I'm not a good photographer. So there's that. Or I could just try to post more regularly or have a upload schedule, which is so difficult for me because I don't like putting a schedule on things, because when I do, I overthink things, and I start to panic when things aren't going as smoothly as I wanted them to. So I usually try to post at least once a week. So that way I can post one video and then continue working on my next big project. So it's been a huge discipline. And not only that, I'm balancing two channels. I have a Hot Wheels channel, and then I have a horror gaming channel. And trying to juggle the two is not very easy, especially with Hot Wheels, because with Hot Wheels you gotta it's like an unboxing. You gotta unbox, and then you need to take some cool shots, and then I need to take a shot of it on a turntable, and then I have to record commentary with my mic, and that can take some time because sometimes I like to write a script and it makes the process a lot faster. Other times I ad-lib it, and ad-libbing can be a hit and a miss. So Dave asked me what my favorite Resident Evil game is. It would have to be Resident Evil 7. 7 is so good. I love 7. It's what got me into the franchise. And my second favorite would have to be Resident Evil 4 OG. Like, Resident Evil 4 OG it's such a classic. Third favorite would have to be Resident Evil 2 Remake. Then fourth favorite, well, actually I would put the OG and 4 Remake on the same level. They're both pretty good. I'm gonna read this comment. As Are you a fan of indie horror games? Many horror channels also use them to diverse their content and it works, especially exploring the narrative and theories. Yeah, I love indie horror. Right now I'm playing Signalis. I haven't gotten too far in that game, but that game looks so good. I want to play more of it. But again, I want to try to post the Homecoming review, and then I have this another theory video, which is going to be me reading from the comment section of my first video. Uh, but I definitely want to play Signalis. I want to play Signalis. Another good indie horror game that I played is called Murder House. It's about an Easter bunny mascot killing people. He's like a serial killer, and it has like a PS1 style graphics, which look fantastic. I'm hoping to maybe do a video on that. Maybe I can do a deep dive on that video. I can just play the game and then record commentary. That would be pretty interesting. I will have to see. I'll have to see what I can do. But there's like a lot of different ways I can go about it. Outlast is a game that I would like to do a retrospective on, but um Outlast is it's a very short game to play, but it makes my blood pump. Like that game just is so good at making you anxious, especially like when you're running out of batteries and you're like in a very dark area. It's like Jesus Christ, like there's some maniac like looking for me and I don't have any batteries and I'm probably gonna die. Would you say you like psychologically looking at characters? I mean, there's a certain degree of background knowledge you need to have, but it's super interesting. Uh, I mean, psychologically looking at them, I'm not. I don't think I'm qualified for that. I do like to analyze characters and analyze motives and try to get to the root of a character and what they are and just deconstruct that. But trying to look at them psychologically, I think that's a very difficult task to do, especially for someone that has no experience in that field. Um, I did take psychology, but I think there's more to it than an, a community college course. So, um, I do like to look at why a character is the way that they are. Even but psychologically, I mean, maybe that is what psychologically is. Wow, I can't even English. Maybe that's what it means to look at a character psychologically, is to understand why they are the way they are. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe that's not a. I don't know. But that would be interesting, though. I have to look into it. What about PT style games like Visage and Devotion? They're deep and sophisticated, and their stories are very rich in theories and even real life references. Uh, yeah. There's just so many different like horror games that I can play and get into. So many different choices and styles of horror game that I can get into. It's just really difficult to choose. I just got the what let me see what game that I got the other day. Um what game did I get? I got I this was a while ago. I got Hollow Body recently and I still need to play that game. I really wanted to play Hollow Body so that way I can like review it. Um so what religion am I? That's a tough question because well, I grew up Christian. Now it's kind of a question mark. I don't really know where I lie with faith and religion because I've stopped praying. I've stopped, going to church. So in a sense, I've kind of stopped believing. But I do believe there is a higher power. However, like the way I think about it is, it's very what's the term that I'm looking for? Like the way I think about things about my religion is it's I don't know. It's always been such a tough topic for me to talk about, which is religion, because uh, everyone believes in something or nothing, and for me, I'm just in the middle. I just don't really know what to believe in. So it's a tough question for me to answer right now. Uh, Hopefully that answered your question. I know you guys were probably looking for a more concrete answer, but I grew up in a Christian household, and uh, then as I grew older, and I think growing up as a Christian, it gave me really good values. It taught me really good values that I still carry today, and I have principles too. Uh, I never got the idea of fitting people into a box. Are you talking about death, nan bread? Are you talking about coffins, or are you talking about a bit like a church? Uh, Either way, I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I believe in. So, if there was like a multiple choice question, I would say like if there was like no question, like no option, I would just put question mark as an option, and I would circle that. Hello, Joe the Jet G. Any chances of a Silent Hill 1 remake? Yes, I think the chances are very strong, especially since the remake was very successful, selling over 2 million copies within the first couple of months of the game's release. Konami is happy with it. Bloober Team is happy with it. So it would make sense for them to just release the remake of one. I think that's the next game that people would want to play the most. And then if they do one, then they can do three and then four, or they could just straight up do four. There's a lot of ways they can go about this. And I hope that if Konami is gonna remake one, just give it to Bloober Team. Like let them have another swing at it. I want to see what they can do with Silent Hill One, because if it's gonna be like another unknown developer or a developer that just has a negative reputation, I really don't want to go through the whole thing again. Of is this game gonna suck? Is it not gonna suck? And heaven forbid if they made the female lead of that game just a little bit fat, everyone is going to lose their mind. Siren. Yes, I'm familiar with Siren. That was a game I believe that originally came out on the PS2. I have that game on a ROM on a hard drive on my PS2 Fat, on my modified PS2 Fat. I'm thinking about making a video on the PS2 and all the modifications that I've done to it, but I don't know if it's something that I should do in the channel, since this is more of a horror gaming related channel. Perhaps I'll just stick to the games and just leave the consoles out of it. Perhaps that's what I'll do. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache. See, this is what happens when you eat cake at 11. Well, now it's 11:30. Seven. Hello, 7 people that watched. Siren is a weird game. You know what? I think I played a little bit of Siren, and it is a weird game. Like when the very beginning of it, there's like a cop that's like possessed that tries to kill you. Thanks, Joe the Jet G. Uh, non-bread. I think I think it was just dumb to try to make that narrative fit because literally there was like one frame of a character that just wasn't polished right, and they immediately make a narrative and ran with it. And when word got out that hit detection was involved with advising the the hard subject, the not the tough but the sensitive subject matter of the game, people thought the game was going to be extremely watered down, and it wasn't. The game, if anything, I think it's more graphic than the original. Like look at the line figures. Look at Abstract Daddy. Look at the boss fight room of the Abstract Daddy. It was like to me it was even worse. And when I mean worse, I mean like even more graphic than the original. Because in the original, you saw these pistons moving in and out, in and out. But here, you see the whole deconstruction of of a human being turned into an object, into a machine, and that's why you see all the gears turning and everything. That's my theory, is that the boss fight is a personification of what Angela's father did to Angela, which is making her into an object of desire. and and even like the walls moving in and out, in and out, it was like, oh my god, this is like it's painting an image in my head that I didn't want it to paint. It was it was wow. So the game, just for them just saying it's woke and trying to push this narrative of anti 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 woke, it was just, in my perspective, I'm like, you guys are just as bad as like woke people with this kind of stuff. It's just getting ridiculous to it. It's just getting extremely ridiculous. It's one thing to say that you don't like the way the character looks or you don't like the design, but to completely just push this narrative that, oh my god, they're making this game woke, especially for like Maria. I have a theory as to why Maria is wearing a different dress instead of her costume accurate dress from the original game. I think the reason why they didn't have her show her stomach was because the actress who was playing Maria and Mary was pregnant. She was pregnant when she was like doing the mocap scenes and everything. So perhaps maybe they just couldn't figure out a way to to add that in. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just speculating at this point. There could be 1,000 reasons, and sure, maybe they just didn't want to go in that route. But all in all, Maria in the remake is extremely flirty. So there was just things that I've seen people trying to push this narrative, and like I keep seeing comments like, "Yep, I'm definitely not gonna buy it now because it's woke." And it's like, dude, can you at least just wait for the game reviews to come out and look at the gameplay before you just completely just write it off for that? It's just, I don't know. People are oh my god, people are in their own way. I just think it's dumb. That's my hot take. um, of course, when I was defending Silent Hill 2 remake, I got a lot of those people in my comment section saying that I was, what did they say? I'm trying to remember. They called me woke trash, I think, which is just, it's hilarious. I find it funny. Like, guys, this is a video game. You guys realize this is a video game, right? You guys are not saving the world. Oh man, I'm falling asleep, guys. People can have their own criticism about the costume. That's fine, but to completely spin a narrative around that to pretty much fuel this agenda, it's like you guys are just as worse as the other side. Like almost all the other characters got like redesigns. Even James got a redesign. Like he doesn't have his patches on the sleeve. Eddie is not wearing a short sleeve shirt. He's wearing like a long sleeve shirt with shorts on. Uh Laura is mostly the same. She looks exactly almost 1 to 1 with her original counterpart. But aside from that, like yeah, most of the characters look different from their original counterpart, and no one made a fuss about James not having his patches or Eddie not having short sleeves, having long sleeves. So it's ridiculous, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. Brandon Bailey, thank you for congratulating me, my friend. That's awesome. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, and then they said that Bloober Team was paying me, that I was secretly working for the Bloober Team. And then to make matters worse, like they actually commented, like a person who works for Bloober Team commented on my video saying thanking me for calling out this bullshit for this woke stuff or this anti-woke stuff that they just keep trying to shove down our throats. Like, oh, Maria, the Silent Hill 2 has gone woke and it's gonna go broke. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? It's just, uh, I get so many comments like, oh, you're just too blind to see it. I'm like, I don't see anything. Like, it's a fucking game, guys. Ugh, my God, it's just frustrating. I hate talking about it. I hate talking about it. It just gets me worked up because it's dumb. It's really dumb. But yeah, getting the one of the devs from Bloober Team commenting on my video was it was awesome. It was really awesome being able to hear them uh through in my comment section. And I remember I made a post about it, about one of the creators commenting on my video, and one person that used to comment on my videos a lot, he made a post saying that I was secretly working with Bloober Team this whole time and this was the proof, which is so stupid. All right, see you, Nan Bread. I have no doubt that I have faith that it's gonna do good. Silent Hill F and Townfall, but we're just gonna have to wait and see for that. So I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm literally like malfunctioning as a human. Good night, Nan Bread. I'm gonna go to bed too. I'm gonna go to sleep, guys. I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning at 9. We're gonna play some Resident Evil 2 remake. We're gonna talk. We're gonna hang out some more. I'm gonna perhaps maybe eat more cake or maybe not. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I'm just gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna keep the broadcast, so it's gonna look like I'm streaming, even though I'm not really streaming. So thank you guys for joining the celebration stream. You guys have a good night. Bye.